Week 1.
May as well start off with arguably the best player in the league. Ole Miss, crazy roster, crazy talent, going into Virginia Tech. And here he's going to be hitting the bubble, and he's going to have to bounce off the would-be tackler. Literally pancake to the ground. Great play by Ole Miss. Trying to get back in this game. Virginia Tech came out hot, got up 10-0. We pick it up at 10-7, and looking at the back of the end zone, that was some alligator arms by Virginia Tech there. They're able to thread the needle, make it 14-10, and here, 70. I don't know if he's helping or hurting, but one is off to the races, able to fight the white jerseys and his own blocker, getting all the way down to the 22-yard line. That would lead to a field goal in here. 2-9 will not be denied, taking on many tacklers. The power back getting it in, and then here, who's got a power back? Pretty much everybody. Although 28 looking a little thin, but he's strong. He gets in the end zone. 21-19, and that gets blown up at the back. And Ole Miss had a chance. $1:54 left. It was a long field goal. It was beautifully kicked. Did not quite get in there, though, and here on a 3rd and 10, beautifully dialed up out route by Virginia Tech. Dybomski finding his way to advance the ball, get himself a first down, and from there, he's looking to get in a range. Down 2 points, $1:30 on the clock. Ole Miss has their 3 timeouts, and here, dialing up an inside zone, trying to get this ball off the hash marks. We all know how hard it is to kick from the hash marks. The ball is nicely centered, out of timeouts. All we can do is watch. 2 seconds left on the clock, and Dybomski puts it through the uprights, and he's making a habit of it. Took down Alabama last year, taking down Ole Miss this year. To me, those are the top 2 dogs in the league, and Virginia Tech has claimed wins in both of them. So, hats off to Virginia Tech, 22-21 at home to secure their Week 1 victory. New Mexico national champion. You're looking at the face of the defending national champion who left for Oklahoma. Better recruiting future, but definitely doesn't have the roster that he's leaving behind in New Mexico. And here, early Ohio State making the Sooners pay. Hitting the bubble, has the speed on the outside. 2-3 catching up, but just would never quite get there. Ohio State looking hot early on. They're up 7-3 here, but the Sooners reply with a great job getting around the end, and that would lead to a stop on that drive, but let's fast forward. Ohio State has the ball again, surveying the field, looking over the middle, and the Sooners once again turn them away. Some great defensive play call by the defending national champion. Again, doing all he can with the roster that he has, and here with the ball, what he's going to do is send both dudes on a streak in the seams. If it's a cover 3, which one's going to get exposed? And he sees X starting to open up, and he puts it just between the far side safety and the corner, hits him on the M of the end zone, and Oklahoma has themselves a touchdown. But fast forward, it's 28-12 for the Buckeyes on the read option, speed option, triple option. Could have pitched it, decides to keep, and makes a ton of dudes miss along the way. Poe looking fantastic on the drive and on the day. Just a phenomenal job in Oklahoma. And here, dropping back one more time. It's going to be Oklahoma looking deep down the field. Decides to go short. But it's going to be number 5, the defensive back end in front of it. Ohio State looking amazing in this week. 42-12 over the defending national champion. Big Boss from Buffalo looking phenomenal during large stretches of last season. Able to air the ball deep down the field and has the stick skills. He's been playing a lot of good football, but here we pick it up. Temple's up 14-0. Buffalo looking to reply, surveying the field, rolls to his right to buy some time, hits triangle and makes everybody miss along the way, is able to squeeze it up the sideline. Good for 7. That'll get Buffalo a little bit closer, and almost looking like shades of Baker Mayfield with that celebration in the end zone. And here, decides to leave it with the halfback, is tangled up early, but 6 says, "Get off me, kids. I'm off to the end zone." And Buffalo fighting all the way back. A little more Baker Mayfield celebration there. Here we are, 21 all. Buffalo with a chance to go ahead is spreading out the defense, looking to pass, and is able to find a little seam up the middle. Phenomenal job by the Buffalo quarterback. And just a back and forth affair all day between these two quality opponents. 28 all. We're starting off the fourth quarter. Buffalo has the ball, drops back, plants the foot, puts the ball up, and a late pull away. And the Buffalo wide receiver off to the end zone. Just a phenomenal touchdown. If you're even, you're leaving. And that at that point would put the Buffalo Bulls up 35-28. Now here, 3:11 left in the fourth quarter. And just put your shoulder down, 2-3 to the end zone. Able to make it a 35 all ball game in here. Maybe the first mistake by Buffalo all day. Just a phenomenal interception. That would set up this Temple field goal. And it's 38-35 for Temple. Last-ditch effort. Zeros on the clock. Anything to keep it going. Can we have a miracle down the field? Is it a tip drill? A tip drill that ends on the ground. Along with the hope of the Buffalo faithful, they leave with a 38-35 loss. Coach Swedish finding a way, and Temple picking up the win, 38-35. Bowling Green looking to rebound off a tough season, taking on a great Washington opponent here. It's tight in the fourth quarter, 17-14, until this handoff, able to get the corner, and that moves them in a good position. And here, 24-14, Bowling Green back to pass, looks over and jumping the route, heading down 3-0 from Washington, finding a way into the end zone. A little stutter at the end, a little hezzy. Let us soak in. 34-21, Washington with a huge victory. Great way to start the campaign. Fifth ranked UTEP taking on Wisconsin, #1 team in the nation right now. And here, showing how and why. Did the man even make a move? He just steadily found his way into the end zone by foot. And over top of the defense, UTEP, what a dot deep down the field. 28 all here, $1:17 to go in the fourth. And dialing up a streak with a little post behind it, but the streak wins. He's able to go up and get it. Big touchdown to make it 35-28. But UTEP showing why they're so highly rated. Just a phenomenal season last year, and they're picking right up where they left off. Taking on the current top dog right there, neck and neck. Buying time like an absolute legend. Gets down the field, making things super interesting here. 39 seconds left. Down by a touchdown, needs it, looking, surveying, able to get up a little closer, gets that first down, important for the clock. They still got 2 timeouts. What an amazing finish here. When you got 1 versus 5, you know there's a lot of talent on that field. And here, Wisconsin's going to go with a heavy zone, shading down the cover too in the red zone and trying to make it mucky. But they're going to go with the jet sweep, and the jet sweep gets to the outside despite 11's Superman effort. He almost thought about buying some time at the 1-yard line. Wild, going for the 2-point finish. Here, Wisconsin going with zone, ready to try and sniff this zig. And he does. Look at him stay on the zig. It's able to be TJ doing an amazing job stopping the 2-point play. I'm on to your zig, he says. And Wisconsin with a huge week 1 victory. UAB starting off the season in a familial battle with his brother-in-law UNC. Kubi able to force the punt early in the game here. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Just, you know, when we're showing you a punt, is it a fumble or is it a touchdown? And here, 81 cutting to the outside and able to get all the way to the corner. A little hezzy making 62 just absolutely stop. And that would make it 7-0 UNC. 3rd and 10, looking to move the chains. You know it's going to be tight windows. They're going to be playing good coverage, and just in front of the defender. What a click on by Kubi. getting the first down off the 3rd and 10. And in the surprise move of the offseason, has to be Hawker going to wide receiver. And there's his first catch in the baby blues. And here it's going to be Towns taking it to the house. And it's a storied back hill at Chapel Hill. One after the other after the other. He's next in line to make it happen. And take a listen.
Really solid.
Just solid snake.
Oh my god, are you doing that fucking stupid bullshit?
Relax, brother-in-law. I promise you, it was an inside zone, a basic play.
Now that being said, UAB, they have a halfback as well, and he wears 33 and has one white sleeve, which is pretty good. So on this handoff, he shows them two can play that game. Great cut at the line. UAB taking it to the end zone. That would pull them halfway back to 14-7, but fast forward, it's going to be UNC taking victory formation. The Tar Heels move to 1-0 in the Battle of the Brothers. Kubi getting the big W. Could not appreciate this dude anymore. Wyoming is just an absolute wizard on the Excel sheet and an absolute wizard in the passing game. Here, elects to go with a little play action, rolls out to the right, looks back to triangle over the middle, perfect dot, right on the O in the end zone. Moving along to the 4th quarter, down 3 points, needing some points to get back in this game. Like an absolute stud, drops back, perfect green bean behind the defense, and that would make it 21-17 for Wyoming. Just a phenomenal job at the QB position. Now here, not to be outdone at the QB position, rolling out, has the option of pitch, decides to keep it himself, needed it at the end of the game. California comes through, tight battle in Wyoming, and it's going to be California picking up the dub to go 1-0 on the season. Here to pet some kitty and run some RPOs is Stanford, and they're done petting kitty. So here we are in Stanford in the red zone pressing, nothing ball game. Frankie Pope III rolls right, looks up the middle, hooks up for an absolute dot. Now, that was good coverage on the play, but not good enough. Bama, it's 7-all at this point. They're going to run a little RPO out, and Savion Sneed, dirty back juke. Incredible job making people miss. Apologies if it's more of like a Savion Sneed, but at the end of the day, no denying that is a crazy back juke. Stanford looking over the middle is going to be a user lurk. Kadari Sly, excellent work. Getting Bama the ball with the lead. They'd end up getting up 21-7, and Frankie Pope just putting the league on notice. I have 95 speed, I wear number 5, and I'm electrifying. Lock in for 4 years of hell. That kid is a true freshman. It's going to be tough in Tuscaloosa with Bama at the controls. Off to Arkansas State we go. Usually 70 points on the board for this prolific offense, but they're only at 24. But North Texas needs the user lurk. There's how much time left to go? They're down 9 points with 2:06 to play. They're still in a lot of trouble, but can they get into the end zone and make it a little bit closer? It's 3rd and goal. We're running out of time, kids. Looking for Ebron, corner of the end zone. Kid hangs on, and they are still down. Could not recover the onside kick. So Arkansas State gets to a 3rd and 10. And they were going to kneel it out and just kick the ball with 10 seconds left. I would probably run the ball, try to get the first down, but whatever. They end up calling a timeout of their own and coming out in a pass formation. What do you think of that, K-Mac?
Special. We gonna be ready. It gonna be special. Ready? Pick 6. Yes! How special, boys? How special? How special? We were all over everything.
Like an absolute legend, though, Arkansas State actually marched the ball down the field with no time left. They were literally in the red zone with a chance to put the ball game away.
Yeah! Still 3 seconds. Gosh.
Unbelievable. Gets to the line, needs to snap it, has the out route. Perfect read by Arkansas State. Boom! boom, able to lower the boom, get the ball to the ground. North Texas finding a way to win the game. 29-24 is your final. My goodness, exciting times in the ball game. You know how it is in CFB 25. Sometimes you gotta take on the computer, and in week 1, it was San Diego State taking on Arizona State. Very good computer team, and San Diego State able to do their job, pick up the 21-18 victory. Kent State offers hell match after hell match. Man knows how to play some defense, but today, Memphis goes wild, picks up a 42-14 victory at home to go 1-0. Duke likes them big games that is, and gets no bigger than taking on UNLV, but UNLV absolutely going off today. 26 points in the fourth quarter, what the? South Carolina 23 in the country right now, taking on Boise State Broncos. Eddie on the blue turf doesn't let the home squad down, does work. 31-21, Boise State getting the win. East Carolina going into the University of Houston, putting up 45 points, picking up a huge 45-39 win on the road to go 1-0. The 19th ranked squad in the country, Kennesaw State, doing an absolute job, 45-20 over Jack State. Sam Houston hosting Louisville, number 4 team in the country are the Cardinals, 49-22 on this day. Cardinals move to 1-0. For our question of the day, what is your absolute favorite thing about Dynasty mode in CFB 25? And what is the one thing you'd love to see in CFB 26? Well, there you have it, guys. That's our look at week 1 for the 2032 season in our forever dynasty of CFB 25. Normally, I'd say this is KMAC 33 and I'll see you tomorrow, when it was my beloved Dam Brothers, where we played every single day during COVID, where I was basically unemployed. I'm employed now. Can't do this every single day. It takes hours and hours to produce. But I hope you guys loved this one-time thing, and good luck in your next one. We're on to week 2.